Alright, Randy T-Bird again. What's happening, people? Just enjoying the weather. I'm not sure I got a lot to talk about today. I'm just kind of decompressing over some weird shit that happened this weekend. I'm not gonna get into that. Just enjoying the ride. Try and get some video footage here for you folks that don't live out here that might enjoy the desert. Another glorious day in Arizona. Weather's finally changed. Coming into the best time of the year, what we call riding season out here. Of course, I ride all year round, but it's kind of the opposite of the east, where in the winter out here it gets good, and in the summer it's like your winter, except that cold is replaced by blistering hot. Anyway, talked enough about that over the videos. It's incredible, a lot of bikes out today. I think I'm going to head up to Saguaro Lake. It's a lake northeast of Phoenix. Check out the lake today. Another man-made lake out here on the out here in the desert. Salt River Lake. There's two major rivers here that they get dammed up and make lakes. One's the Verde River, and that's more to the west. And then there's the Salt River, which starts with the Roosevelt Dam, the old, built in the early 20th century. And there's another series of dams down here that create other lakes up the road. A lot of people on boats and jet skis, and what I like to call it mayhem on the water out there. And people like to enjoy that stuff. I won't hold that against them. You know, I'm not into boats myself. Motorcycles and musical instruments are expensive enough. Boats are scary expensive. I go to Bass Pro now and then and check out the boats and all the other stuff that's there, and it's like, wow, I think I could buy a house for what a boat costs. Not to mention, you got to buy a good-sized truck to haul it, and then there's fuel and all the other stuff that goes with it, just like anything else really that, you know, you get into a hobby and it's expensive. I know people are into golf, spend a ton of money on it. Back in my younger days, I used to snow ski, and didn't faze me a bit to spend $1,000 on a set of skis and boots, and it was fun. I'm glad I did it. I haven't done it in 25 years, but I'm glad it's something that I did and experienced. I like being out in nature, and there's something about being at 10 or 11,000 feet elevation and first run up in the morning, right up in the lift in the morning, and feeling that crisp, cold air, just quiet, and you could see for miles. So, yeah. I'd like to say I'm going to try it again, but at 65 years old, I kind of doubt that I'm going to do much skiing anymore. Sold my skis. They're like any other hobby. Your stuff becomes obsolete really fast. I went from $1,000 skis in 1988, 1989, to eventually dropping them off at a Goodwill. Yeah. Anyway. It's like anything else. It's the golden rule. What you have is shit until somebody wants it, then they buy it from you, then it becomes gold again. It's kind of like the trade-in whole thing with vehicles. It's amazing how your shit turns into gold as soon as they buy it from you and turn it around. I've traded in bikes before and was shocked at how much they sold it for. You know, I shouldn't have been surprised, but you know, they are in business to make money, but Jesus, sometimes people are just greedy. You know, I alluded to on another video that I did about one of the local Harley or motorcycle store chains jacking up the price of the new Lowrider S $2,000 for a quote market adjustment. You know, here's the way I feel about that. You can kiss my ass. I'll go somewhere else and buy one if I want one. Of course, having a 19 already, I'm really not in the market for a new motorcycle unless I win the lottery, and then I'm going to buy several. Speaking of which, I got a lottery ticket in my pocket from yesterday's drawing that I haven't checked yet. When I get home today, hopefully I'll be a millionaire, or at least a 50,000-aire. If you get 5 numbers, I guess you win 50,000 bucks in the Arizona lottery. I know the odds are against it, but you know what? Somebody wins. Somebody won $3 million last week. Could have been me. It wasn't, but it could have been. But that's, yeah, I had to laugh. You know, the odds are almost insurmountable. Somebody told me once that you have a better chance of winning the Powerball. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning in the Sahara Desert while juggling monkeys. There's better odds of that than winning the Powerball. But again, somebody always wins. Here's my turnoff. Bush Highway. This highway goes all the way back to East Mesa. When I used to live out there, I used to take early morning rides before all the river runners traffic used to get out, and that road is up and down and lots of rises and falls and through the canyons along the river there, the Salt River. And you got to watch out for wild horses, javelina, all kinds of other critters are out there on the road early in the morning. But it was a nice ride until the traffic got real bad. People tubed down the Salt River this side of Saguaro Lake, and man, in the summer that gets really busy. I don't know how good it was this year because of the drought. We probably haven't been releasing a lot of water, so the water coming out of Saguaro Lake Dam is what creates the river flow. By the time it gets back to Phoenix, it just kind of goes back into the ground or gets captured by the Tempe Town Lake and becomes a trickle after that. Salt River being just a big dry stream bed, except for in the winter when you get if you get big rains, they let water out of the dams to make room for the spring snowmelt. This road here goes down to the lake. Another desert road. Got some cool mountains in the distance. You got to watch out for drunk people later in the day here. They liquor themselves up at the lake, and there's been a lot of accidents up on the highway. Until they put in an overpass, there used to be a lot of fatal accidents up there. And that was one of the good things they did, was make it so that you're not crossing over the main highway traffic. This is the lower Salt River Canyon up here. The river, if you look down there into the mountains, going downhill here, you can see that rock wall there in the front. The river runs right next to that. There is a Salt River Canyon that's farther up. It's a dirt road. And there's a guy, I forget what the guy's name was, 40 times around. I think he lives in Arizona. He did some great video of going on a venture bike up the dirt road up the Salt River Canyon. It's pretty cool. If you had a chance to check that out. So there's some free press for you, bud. I never met you. I know you live in the same town I do. Don't know where, but maybe I'll run into you someday. There's a sign here that says Progresito waiting area. The lake gets so full sometimes that you have to like wait for people to leave before you can get in. So people with their boats and stuff, they kind of park out there hoping that somebody will leave and they can get into the lake. I mean, close to the city, this is a major recreation area. Butcher Jones Recreation Area, that's a public beach, rocky beach, desert. That gets pretty packed in there too. It's kind of a beach and picnic area, and there's a cove in there that people anchor their boats and sit in there. It's really ain't nothing special back in there. It's very crowded. When I go out to ride and get away from the city, I kind of go to get out away from a lot of people. A couple riders. I'm going to do something a little different when I get to the lake. I'm going to leave my helmet on and I give you that first person walk around, not ride but walk. Take a look at the lake out there. Something about bodies of water that are just calming and peaceful. Oh, we got a sign up. I bet you they're getting full already. That's alright. I get to park by the restaurant and the marina. It says a Tonto Pass sold here. Apparently to go out into the camping areas, you got to get a Tonto Pass. There's a good view of the lake. Oop. And as soon as I say that, we go right past the hillside and it blocks the view. Here we are back in view again. Beautiful lake out here in the desert.